Welcome back to Film Truth. Today we are going to talk about why Ellen's show may get cancelled. The Ellen DeGeneres show is being investigated by Warner Media among allegations of a toxic work environment. Be kind to one another is the catchphrase Ellen DeGeneres is known for, but recent reports claims the talk show's environment is rife with racism and bullying. Writers are claimed to favor white employees, and there's allegations DeGeneres has forced staff to go home and shower. Former fans caused #RipEllen to trend on Twitter, mocking the demise of her career. The Warner Media investigation follows outrage from employees about poor conditions and lack of communication from executives during the early days of the pandemic. Fuel was added to the fire in the form of an onslaught of negative comments from ex-Ellen employees who took to social media to air their grievances at the 62-year-old. But how exactly did one of television's most beloved personalities earn the moniker of one of the meanest people alive? Employees were allegedly fired for taking bereavement days and medical leave, told not to talk to DeGeneres if they saw her at the office, and asked to delete GoFundMe pages used to pay for medical bills not covered by the show's health insurance, according to a BuzzFeed News story today that interviewed 10 former employees and one current employee of the Ellen DeGeneres show. A main writer on the show allegedly told a former Black employee, "I only know the names of the white people who work here." She claims that a producer told her and another Black colleague, "Oh wow, you both have box braids. I hope we don't get you confused." Be kind, but only for the cameras. Popular YouTube makeup artist Nikki DeJagger, known as Nikki Tutorials, was one of the first figures to call out DeGeneres in February. "Maybe I'm being naive, but I expected them to welcome me with confetti. Welcome to the Ellen DeGeneres show," she told Dutch publication and C Magazine, which was translated by Pop Crave. "But instead I got greeted by an angry intern, who was a bit overworked. I expected a Disney show, but I got a Teletubbies After Dark." It wasn't until April that fans finally began to notice. Comedian Kevin T. Porter asked Twitter for people to share their experiences with DeGeneres. The thread was flooded with nearly 3,000 responses, casting the comedian in a bad light. Many from former interns and crew members, as well as those working at neighboring Warner Bros. Lots. Not so generous after all. DeGeneres continued to lose favor with audiences during the pandemic for a poorly timed joke about her living conditions. Fans accused the comedian of being out of touch and insensitive for comparing isolating in her $27 million mega mansion to being in jail. "One thing I've learned from being in quarantine is that this is like being in jail, is what this is," DeGeneres said in a segment for her show. "It's mostly because I've been wearing the same clothes for 10 days, and everyone in here is gay." Frank Pants replied to her tweet with this: "She totally gets what it's like to be locked up on Rikers for a parole violation and die from COVID-19 now, after being cooped up in a $40 million mansion for 3 weeks. Furthermore, more than 30 employees who make up the core stage crew on Ellen, which has recently completed its 17th season, had not received any form of written communication outlining the show's pandemic procedures or the future of their positions as the show went into hiatus early this year." DeGeneres has yet to address the controversy, but Ellen executive producers Ed Galvin, Mary Connolly, and Andy Lassner released a joint statement and took full responsibility for the show's poor corporate culture. Over the course of nearly 2 decades, 3,000 episodes, and employing over 1,000 staff members, we have strived to create an open, safe, and inclusive work environment, they told BuzzFeed. "We are truly heartbroken and sorry to learn that even one person in our production family has had a negative experience. It's not who we are and not who we strive to be, and not the mission Ellen has set for us. For the record, the day-to-day responsibility of The Ellen Show is completely on us. We take all of this very seriously, and we realize, as many in the world are learning, that we need to do better, are committed to do better, and we will do better." What did fans say? Chris Farah said, "I work at Real Food Daily. Served her and Portia at brunch. She wrote a letter to the owner and complained about my chipped nail polish. Not that it was on her plate, but just that it was on my hand. I'd worked till closing the night before, and this was the next morning. Almost got me fired." Benjamin Simone said, She has a sensitive nose, so everyone must chew gum from a bowl outside her office before talking to her, and if she thinks you smell that day, you have to go home and shower. A new staff member was told, every day she picks someone different to really hate. It's not your fault, just suck it up for the day and she'll be mean to someone else the next day. They didn't believe it, but it ended up being entirely true. Other celebrities have come forward as well to discuss Ellen's rude behavior, including Kathy Griffin, Dakota Johnson, Mark Ruffalo, Jamila Jamil, and Susan Sarandon. Forbes estimates the show brings in over $35 million to the Warner Bros. Each year and more than $50 million to DeGeneres. Thanks to her talk show, production house, and retail lines at PetSmart and Bed Bath & Beyond, Forbes estimates that DeGeneres is worth $330 million. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.